Hola, ¿qué tal? My name is Dr. Kristin Hook, and I'm running to represent Texas's 21st Congressional District. I'm not a politician, I'm a scientist, and I have a PhD in animal behavior, and I'm a former middle school teacher, so I am well prepared to handle Congress. I am running to fight for working class families just like my own. I grew up in South Texas in a working class family. Me parezco como una gringa, pero soy media latina. And I was raised by a single mom who sometimes had to work 3 jobs just to pay the bills. And I started working when I was 14 to help support her. And I watched my family work really hard, but struggle and live paycheck to paycheck. And I was taught from an early age that with hard work pays off. But under the Trump administration and under Republican policies over the last few decades, we have seen that American dream turn into an American nightmare because they would rather protect and serve their billionaire buddies than the working people of Texas. And I'm here to change that. I understand the sweat that goes into a dollar, and I want to build an economy that works for all of us, not just the privileged few. And as a scientist, I'm trained to solve problems, and we have an affordability crisis on our hands. I will make sure that I help to lower the skyrocketing costs of our healthcare, of our housing, and of our groceries. I believe our government can and should be a powerful force for good, not a weapon of oppression. And prior to running for office, I served the public in our federal government. I'm the only candidate to have federal policy experience. I worked in the U.S. Government Accountability Office, where I served as a science and tech expert, and I made sure that I advised Congress on emerging technologies like AI and protected your hard-earned dollars from waste, fraud, and abuse. At the National Institutes of Health, I helped guide federal policies to make sure healthcare was accessible to everyone and technologies like AI are not used to harm disadvantaged populations. And in the US Senate, I served as an oversight investigator for Senator Elizabeth Warren, where I held the first Trump administration and corporate CEOs accountable for greed and corruption during the pandemic. In these roles, I work to make sure that our government works for everyone, and that's exactly what I want to do for us here in our district. This isn't my first rodeo. I stood up to run for this seat 2 years ago and was the only candidate to do so to fight Chip Roy. And now that he's stepping out for AG, this is an open seat. That means we have a unique opportunity to build on what we started in the last campaign. I would be honored to have your support. I would really appreciate if you could make sure that you vote for me in the March 3rd primary. And if you want to get involved, please go to my website at www.hookfortexas.com. I know that we can do this together and we can build a better future for all of Texas. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, and I'll see you out on the trail.